Thank you so much, sir. I think our students have learned a lot. The word, as you have said, mental health. So, as you face every day so much of challenge and all, at today's present scenario, if I would really wanted to know what are the challenges and what type of you feel that it has to be addressed among the students and even the parents.
Like I mentioned before, there are so many conditions which children themselves are not aware. Just the feelings that they are probably acknowledging and identifying, with that feelings together. There are so many conditions prevalent. For example, childhood internalizing disorders like anxiety and depression. In them, it is very different. When in adults we see it in the classic, core symptoms like sadness, like lack of motivation that we discussed. In children, it is seen in the form of probably like one person said laziness, doesn't feel motivated, a lot of procrastination, a lot of distress that I mentioned, a lot of constriction they just feel. So these are symptoms that they usually feel. Some children, even if they do not have condition per se which is diagnosable, like anxiety or depression, they would have these feelings which might lead to one of the conditions in childhood. Other than this, a lot of students are very happy they mentioned something called peer pressure. Okay, and peer pressure is not always seen at the surface level; it is somewhere latent. Without we knowing, we use certain language, certain words, we trigger certain thoughts and ideas in students, which will give this peer pressure feeling, not just in academics. Let's say a child somehow is given a device by the parents. This will start showing ripple effect in the gang that he has at school, like 4 or 5 children, and the other students start having some pressure to, force the parents to get that particular device. Or let's say a specific series of drama that the child watched, or comic series that she watched. This is something called manga, okay, that people are watching. So once they watch it, they go to the school and start discussing. This is somewhere indirectly creating pressure in the other child in the same gang, because there are few unsaid gang rules in every gang of children. Unsaid gang rule that everyone has to watch this. Okay, that is also something, peer pressure is also something that is seen. These two are mostly prevalent.
So, happy morning, sir. My question for you is, how does social media impact the mental health?
This is again an ocean, but I'll touch the surface. In everything that you decide day in, day out, in everything that you think, somewhere social media is having an influence. For example, you watching a specific reel in Instagram or YouTube, or you talking to a specific friend who is watching some Instagram reel or video, would be directly or indirectly influenced by the content of that media. Even if it is 4 or 5 seconds, let's say, about a device that the marketing person wants to promote in that short video, and the device seems to be very interesting. And knowingly or unknowingly, the child who is watching it will start fantasizing about he using the device, or he using the technology, or he acting in that way, be it dance or be that particular language that he uses by the influencer in media, and he'll start, enacting. Because while children, while human beings are in their age, it is very, very easy to get influenced. So it's important to select specific information, how much time you spend, whom you are following, whom you are studying. Let's say, every day we meet a lot of people. Sometimes people who come to schools, sometimes our teachers take talks, sometimes your teachers do trainings. So we choose, people whom we want to get influenced. Let's have a control so that this influence directly or indirectly is not promoting bad, behavior, bad, marketing, which is to buy few things or to act in a certain way. Alright? And there are a lot of ideas, socio-political ideas which are being spread without the knowledge of children. So make sure that you all have very neutral, very neutral ideas about gender, very neutral ideas about religion, very neutral ideas about socio-economic status. Alright? These are the areas where a lot of influence is happening in social media, and please be very selective and choosing.
Happy morning, sir. I would like to ask you that how can we improve our focus and concentration during we are studying for our exams?
Alright, thank you for the question again. Firstly, I'd like to quickly relate screen use. If there is a lot of screen use, first cut that down, because it is directly related according to research. In my personal experience, I see so many cases where attention So cut that screen use. What happens when you use screen, why it is happening, is a very big thing. But I will tell you very simply, the activity levels that you have in your brain, especially the reward system, when you watch a short video, is very high. And when you sit for studying, let's say for an exam, upcoming exam which is after a week, or a project that you are working for 3 to 4 days to 1 week, they need very sustained attention. That sustained attention or the focus is impaired by activities which have faster gratification, like videos. So screen time will cut down. Let's say there are other activities which are interfering. For example, I sit at home in a specific place to study. One interference for the attention, concentration, or focus is the things around you. So probably those things also, when you see visual attention, when you share your attention, there is something called distraction that happens. So when you share your attention, let's say I'm talking to you all, there are so many people that I have to look at, share eye contact. There are so many things that I can look at. There is a beautiful drawing there. There is a light which is directly falling into my projector lights. So these are all visual distractions, but I am trying to control my attention on a specific topic, on my thought in front of you all. So if you are not able to do it, try to find a place where there is not a lot of distractions, not a lot of things around me. Try to face in a particular direction. Try to face a thing which doesn't have very visually stimulating and distracting environment. Organize your room where you study well, so there is not a lot of distraction. Alright, these are the things which you can do to improve your focus. Third, somehow your attention span has gone down because of use of screen, because of involvement in some instant gratification activities. You can work on your attention and focus. There is something called grain sorting that we do in cognitive training for attention and concentration. Grain sorting and you take a bowl, you pick up a few types of grains from your kitchen. Ask your mother, do not do that without asking her. So pick up few grains of different types, 4 or 5 types, mix them in a bowl, uncooked one only, okay? Raw grains. Then start sorting out. Do that activity for 15-20 minutes. Let's say there is wheat, there is rice, there is some pulses grain, 4 or 5 types. Mix everything in, have a cup and have a plate in which you start sorting them out. What is sorting? All one specific grain in one location, one specific grain. Do this. This is a very good cognitive training activity or focus improvement activity. Second thing, we do this at home. Sometimes we help parents, mothers especially in cooking, because in Indian subcontinent cooking happens a lot by mothers. We are getting better at it. But there is something called kothimira. I don't know what it is. Coriander. Yeah, coriander or curry leaves. Okay, coriander. Preparing coriander, like you're removing all the other fibers content and just removing the coriander. That is also an attention training activity, focus improving activity. Grain sorting, small things which need a lot of attention. Okay, all these improve your focus and attention.
Thank you so much. It was a seriously very wonderful session by you, sir. I hope all the students have learned a lot. Yes, so will you all take away all such type of tips? Yes, so any words like stress, depress, tension, will you all use in your life? Yes or no? Life is to live. If the tension also comes, it means it's giving the indication to we all how to learn in that situation also. That is called healthy stress. Sometimes stress are very good because all the critical thinker, they know that they love problems. Because if problems won't come in math also, teachers will say solve the problems. So problems are very good, but if you are taking the stress which really will impact your health, as the session started with the mental health. You think, but your think should not stress you in a wrong path. Okay, if your stress gives you a healthy competition, if your stress gives more enlightenment in your life, then it's good to have all the time stress, because I enjoy stress a lot. Thank you so much, sir.